Mom's Trash Can. So Mattel is asking Hot Wheels collectors to list their top 5 Hot Wheels on social media. So this is my list of my top 5 Hot Wheels. So starting with number 5, we have, it's actually a mainline, the 1970 Plymouth AAR Cuda. This one, Mattel, put out a bunch of 70 Cudas through the line. You've got the original one, was convertible. Then you've got where they added a hard top to that one, which is just kind of a plastic top that goes over it. But this one, in my opinion, they really got all the proportions right, the stance right. It's just a really well done mainline. I've done a little bit of detailing to it, just to kind of accent some of the features. But you can tell they really got the proportions right on this casting. A lot of times that, it's hard to do in 1/64 scale, but you can, in my opinion, they really nailed this one. So that's number 5. All right, next up, we got the 18 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, the Super Treasure Hunt version. I just really like, obviously, the Spectra Flame paint. I think the wheels really fit this casting. I would have liked a little more detail at the headlights, maybe the tail lights, but and then the graphics on the side are pretty tasteful, which is not always the case with Hot Wheels, but in this case, it's almost kind of a ghost type graphic, as well as the mandatory Dodge lettering is really kind of understated, which is again not always the case with Mopar Hot Wheels models, but it's a really nice casting. All right, so number three, there are a lot of versions of this casting that Mattel has done now, but I've got to go back to the original, the very first appearance of this one, and that is the 77 Pontiac Firebird from Modern Classics. This one, I just love the stance on it. It's kind of, it captures the modern Pro Touring or Resto Mod look. Love the Spectra Flame. I think the wheels really match, the overall casting, what they're going for with it. It's just a really nice casting. I've always been a fan of the Hot Bird and have tons of them, but I think this one just really captures, the essence of the Pro Touring or Resto Mod application with muscle cars that's been going on the last decade or so. All right, number two. I pulled from the Wayback Machine. I just really love. It's one of my favorite muscle cars, and I think Hot Wheels just really nailed this one, and that is the Custom AMX. I think the proportions are great. The detailing is just fantastic. Obviously love the Spectraflame. And for the early red lines, some of the proportions are not that good. They're close. You can obviously tell. It looks like the car that it's being modeled after, but in this case, the Custom AMX, it's almost an exact copy, in my opinion. So you've got the opening hood there to show the 390. So just a great casting. All right, number one. Again, this one has been in the line all the way from main line up to RLC, convention, you name it. Very popular casting. But I'm going to go once again with the original version, the very first one, and that is, probably no surprise, the '83 Silverado from Modern Classics. Hot Wheels just really nailed this truck. I don't, the what's called, I guess, the Chevrolet Square Body, the 73 to 87 Chevrolet trucks are really just exploding in popularity currently. And this casting is actually kind of old. It's 2008 when Hot Wheels was celebrating their 40th anniversary. But I love the stance on it. I mean, they really nailed that. The details, the dual exhaust, the notched bed, and of course the Spectraflame. Spectraflame with the two-tone paint that was pretty common on most square bodies. They just really nailed it. All right, so there you have it. There's the Mom's Trash Can list, the top 5 Hot Wheels. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, check us out. Find us on Facebook at Mom's Trash Can. All right, later.